welcome to another round of mindful mobility. So today's mindful mobility is all about spinal twists. It would be great for after a core workout or just high intensity anything where you just need to kind of calm the body down a little bit. So we're gonna get started in our seated position. You can just close the eyes and start to just focus on the breath. I want you to notice that the breath really affects what the rib cage is doing, what the core is doing. As you can see, that affects a lot of the twists and a lot of things along the lines of the spine. So you're going to use the breath a little bit to feel different sensations in your spinal twists. First, we're going to do a little sequence of active spinal work. So maybe blink the eyes open if you had them shut, and we'll take your arms up, lifted, inhale high. Reach up, find any comfortable arch that you want, and then pull down. And we're going to find active seated cat-cow. So inhale, pull the shoulder blades back, lift the chest. Exhale, try to bring elbows and hands together. Inhale, open, lift the chest, exhale back. Inhale, open, and exhale back. Same seated cat-cow, but hands to knees. Inhale, lift high with the chest. Exhale, round back, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Let's go one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. So find our side body lean. So take your left hand down to your sides. And we're just going to hold for 3 breaths. So inhale, up and over. And hold. Notice your inhale, how that opens the rib cage. You might feel a different stretch. Open up that shoulder. Think length in both sides of the side bodies. And up and over other side. Place that right hand down towards the right. Maybe one more breath. And then we'll go into our spinal twist. So let's take your left hand to your right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine, so sit nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Make sure you're not forgetting about the neck, drawing that right jawline over the right shoulder. And switch sides. Let's take that right hand to your left knee. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. Okay, coming back to center, and we're going to come all the way down onto our back. So bring the knees up, maybe grip the fronts of the knees, slowly tuck your tailbone and roll all the way down. First, just taking both knees in and rocking side to side. Feel a little massage in the low back. If you pull the knees closer, you might feel a little bit more mid-back. If you kind of have the knees stacked right above the hips, you might feel low back into the tailbone, top of the hips. We're going to extend the left leg down, keeping the right leg in. First, just gently drawing that knee in a little bit deeper than you did with just both knees in. Notice different sensations in the hip. I want you to slowly using the left hand, take that right knee towards the left. First, just very slowly feeling it through the hip first. And then start to let it come across the body and letting the lower body twist. Sometimes I like to pick up both hips, kind of set it off to the right a little bit more. Stop wherever it feels comfortable for that spinal twist to end. And then keep that right arm in that cactus arm or open chest position. In these a little bit longer holds, it's perfect time to reconnect to the breath. Or if you need to feel a certain thing or want to feel a certain thing, whether that's coming down off of intense exercise, or maybe it is needing a little energy boost. So whatever you're saying to your body, you will hopefully feel. Okay, we'll leave that right knee towards the left. I'm just going to have you sneak up your left knee right underneath the right. Come all the way on to your left side. So now we're going to focus just on the upper body twisting. So keep the knees stacked, meaning the hips are stacked, and really stabilizing the low body and lower spine. Bringing your elbows forward, kind of almost like you're going to do a crunch or something, but we're going to open up, kind of like we're opening up a book for that upper back, the upper torso. If you want to kind of do that a couple times and then settle in, maybe you reach forward a little bit and extend back. Maybe both arms are out. Reach forward and extend back. Again, finding that big breath in. A lot of times those knees want to become kind of unbalanced. I want you to make sure those are stacked. Let the upper spine twist. Big breath in. Feel the differences in sensations when we take that breath in. Roll back onto the left side. We're going to take that right hand to kind of help yourself up. We're actually going to set up your legs. I call it mermaid stretch. So let's bring kind of the foot inside the top of the right thigh. You're going to take your right hand to that left knee. Sit nice and tall and twist. If this doesn't feel good in this hip, one, it shows us we have a little work to do in that internal rotation, but you can just set that foot out straight. Inhale, length, exhale, twist. It might be deeper than when we started, when we were seated in that easy pose. Maybe feeling at different parts of the core, parts of the side body. And our last one through this little sequence is going to be on our front side. I have two options for you though, so try this first one first, and then if that doesn't feel good, you can go to the second option. So press into the hands, come onto the knees. What we're going to do is leave this right knee up, kind of tucked and pulled in, and set that left leg back straight. So slowly roll down onto the floor. First, just sitting here, you might start to feel inner thigh, engage the core. If this doesn't feel good to your low back, your hips, anything, just come to a child's pose. So if that doesn't feel good, come to child's pose. If you want to go further into this stretch, what I want you to do is start to slide down more towards your chest to the ground and tuck and thread the needle with that right arm going to the left. Gently, maybe set your head down, maybe keep it lifted. Taking your left hand, kind of interlocking fingers with that right hand. Staying here. Again, if this doesn't feel good, coming up into that child's pose, or maybe you're already there, we'll do the same kind of thing, just not as intense. Thread that right hand through. Hips are high. So no matter which one you've chosen, we'll take a few more breaths. If you're already in child's pose, just come to center. If you're in that deeper twist, I want you just to come back to the elbows, press into that left foot and into the core to lift yourself up. Extend those arms out, finding extended child's pose or puppy pose. Feeling a big opening through the upper back, the shoulders, maybe looking up, maybe resting the forehead down. And then slide back, elbows to the ground, and then come onto the belly. Coming into Sphinx pose, so elbows right underneath the shoulders, palms down, shoulders pulled and drawn back. Engage the core to support the lower back, thinking about the chest pulling forward. You might need to widen out the elbows, the neck in if that feels good. And then we'll get going to the other side. So slowly tuck those hands back, press up and back, and we'll find your way onto your back again, finding your first spinal twist. So coming all the way down, and this time having that left knee pulled in. And then slowly guide that over with the right hand across the body. Take it really slow, maybe feeling it in the hip first. And slowly opening all the way to that spinal twist. Left arm extended back into that opening of the chest. And then we leave that left knee to the right and just tuck the right knee underneath and come all the way to the right side. Again, stacking the knees, stacking the hips, opening up the torso. Or maybe you open and close a few times, reaching out and opening up. Reaching forward, closing the book, and open. Find stillness with that open upper back, making sure the knees are aligned and the hips are aligned. Here, taking that moment to take that big full breath air in, open. Slowly coming all the way back onto that right side. Taking the left hand, helping yourself up, and finding that mermaid pose again. So I want you to take that right foot on the inside or top of the left, and we're going to take it into that spinal twist. So left hand to the right knee. Again, if that doesn't feel good into that hip, you can straighten it back out again. And nice tall twist. Maybe deeper than we did when we first began. Feeling different stretches through the torso with a different leg position. Feel how the breath changes that sensation. Good, and we're going to come back into that forward position so we can find that knee lifted out. So if you know on the other side that was too intense laying on your belly and twisting, come to your child's pose and you can go right into your thread the needle. If you're ready for your other one, we can come on down, right leg extends, and that left knee out. So if you settle in here for a moment on the belly, take that left hand, thread it through as you lower down. And then maybe you take that right hand to the left hand. Again, if that was too intense, you're here in the middle. You're coming up into your child's pose or lifted child's pose, thread the needle, left hand under. Slowly making our way back into center. So if you are in that lower position, remember, come back to center, press into those hands and that foot to lift yourself off, back to child's pose. And this time we settle into child's pose, maybe toes together, knees really wide, laying the body forward, maybe hands stacked underneath the forehead or extended out. Take a few moments here just to find stillness again. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today, a little bit of a practice, taking time to slow down and release some things as well. Stay here as long as you would like in this nice, hopefully quiet space.